Hi, I'm Brooke Baldwin, and you're watching Pew News. We have so many news, Pew News, this week, because I've been away and there's been a lot of stuff I want to talk about, so let's just jump into... Our first story comes live from a cave in Zimbabwe from YouTuber Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat sat down with YouTube CBO, which is short for Chief Bro... Oh. Robert Kinsel. This is the first time this has ever happened, guys. This is a big deal. YouTube is finally talking to its community. It was very informative.
By the way, the one category I didn't mention is, and we would like more and more female creators on the platform. Right? Just
hear that? Big opportunities on the platform.
Well, not for me. What do you...
This is a big question I have, that I've always had, which is that in all my years in television, I never met a TV studio head who wasn't at one time a TV producer. In cinema, I've never met a movie studio head who didn't produce movies. But no one on the YouTube sort of senior executive leadership side has ever made a living as a creator.
Excuse me, Casey. Excuse me, Casey. This is why you need to listen to Pew News, because we get the facts right 100% of the time. We have a 100% track record of authenticity and handsomeness. Did you forget about Susan? Come on. I guess this is kind of why I think the question was a bit redundant, because let's say you're the head of a book publishing company. Doesn't mean you necessarily want to be a writer just to do that. It doesn't really... You don't have to be a YouTuber or a YouTube producer. And who the hell produces YouTube videos? That doesn't make any sense. And then Susan did make a channel and she never uploaded anything because why should she? Like, she's not a creator. It doesn't make any sense. She probably doesn't want to. She's probably busy doing other things. It doesn't make any sense. She did do an update that we talked about last Pew News, which I thought was great. YouTube needs to do more, or Susan and other big heads needs to do at least quarterly updates with its community, because we've been left in the dark for too long, man. And I thought that was a good first step, but I'm not sure about this YouTube channel. I'd be so happy if she just becomes like a shit posting channel or something. So Casey basically asked the question, why does it cost me money that your system doesn't work with the demonetization?
What it's viewed as is a way of saying, we think this might not be advertiser friendly, so we're going to cut your revenue on it, but we're still playing it. So it's costing you the creator money while we figure this out. And I think that I as a creator found that very insulting. I found that very upsetting. Why do I have to take your algorithm's mistake? Why does it have to cost me money? How does YouTube address something like that at the kind of scale that...
Yeah, I remember you calling on this issue.
Maybe you as an audience don't really care, but just picture that just one day you do a full-time job, and just one day for no reason whatsoever you're not getting paid that day. I think it's extremely frustrating when you're trying to run a business. That's what I'm doing essentially. Even me, I have employees technically, and for some reason to not get paid because their system sucks is very frustrating. And to be honest, there's such a divide between YouTube and YouTubers that I don't think they understand what that feels like. I would love for a figurehead of YouTube to say, you know what? Until we fix this problem, I am going to cut some of my revenue as well. I'm not calling anyone out or anything, but that would make me at least feel like, okay, now they're on it. Now they care. Now they want to fix this. I know that YouTube suffer if the video isn't monetized as well, but as an individual creator, it's extremely frustrating, and I'm sure you can understand as well. A lot of CEOs do this when a company is in crisis. They'll cut their earnings short, so it's not like that crazy of a thing.
So I invite you to now just kind of use this platform as a way to tell all of us creators in the community what matters to you, What do you stand for, and what is next for YouTube as a platform?
Sure. So what we stand for is really four freedoms: freedom of opportunity, anybody to make a living on YouTube, bring revenue from the entire world, and there are many wonderful examples. Freedom of speech, as important as ever. Freedom of information, accessing it. I grew up in a communist country, in Czechoslovakia, behind the Iron Curtain. It's really important, the openness and freedom of speech and freedom of information is really important to me, and that is why I love what I do. And then the fourth one is freedom to belong.
I was really glad to hear this. I think YouTube, whether you like it or not, has become such a important piece of culture that it needs to maintain freedom of speech at all costs. And I think with the current political landscape, it seems that the line between freedom of speech is just getting twisted all the time. So to have someone like Robert say that, I think was very reassuring, and I hope they keep that mentality through the end. It would seem that YouTube just made a tweet talking about finally addressing the demonetization issue. Roses are red, violets are blue, subscribe to black creators. What? I mean, like, I support black people and their rights as a human. So I don't know why I laughed, it sounds so weird. I don't mean for my statement to be racist, but like, isn't this a bit much? YouTube, no. Subscribing to black creators is great and all, but what I truly think is that you should subscribe to all creators. Because all lives matter. Your move, libtards. Sky Williams tweeted, "We black creators are again fantastic with or without you and your soapbox. Don't tell people to sub to me because I'm black. I want people to sub me because I'm an excellent content creator." I find it really, this statement from YouTube to be extremely harmless. I mean, they're literally just saying, hey, support minorities, but at the same time, it's saying so much more as well, which I don't even want to get into, but it's a really strange thing for them to come out of nowhere. But hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is, don't ban me. If you want to subscribe to some black creators, subscribe to Sive, Radwoto, Flight Reacts, and Video Game Donkey. Our next news. The Pew News sound alert is going off again. Wow, it would seem that Black Panther scored 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. We got another Pew News sound alert. It would seem that Kim Jong-un just scored another hole-in-one. Wow. How amazing, what a believable, trustworthy world we live in. How that's great. The last news is probably the most important one. Fiverr guys got banned from Fiverr without any form of notice. They made a video saying, again, they got banned. These were the guys that got banned through the controversy with Fiverr and me with the Wall Street Journal thing that happened last year. I spoke to Fiverr. It's a big company. The people I talked to were really trying to get them unbanned, and then they finally did it. And now something has happened again, and they've been on this site for 4 years, and now out of nowhere they made a video explaining that Fiverr just banned them with no reason or explanation why. Fiverr is consistently updating and evolving its marketplace to better suit our community and the needs of skilled freelancers and entrepreneurs across the globe. Therefore, this kind of services are unfortunately not in our editorial focus anymore, and we're sidelined from our marketplace. Sidelined. You kicked them out. You banned them. This is the problem that constantly happens with big websites. We don't really have any union. There's no union for internet creators. There's no fight back if stuff like this happens. You're just left stranded. and only thing we can really do is speak up about it. So I really urge you to write to Fiverr, talk to them, explain why this is wrong, and don't spam a bunch of hate. Just be considerate and be smart. Companies don't give a shit about anything but their own image. Funny, Fiverr guys did nothing wrong. Unban them, please. Fiverr, if you're listening, I know we had our bumps in the past, but I really truly feel like these guys don't have anything to do with this. They haven't done anything bad. Why not keep them on their side and let them earn their profits like they're doing? That's it for Pew News. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching. I will see you tomorrow with another video. This is Brooke Baldwin, signing off.